Welcome to JSU, your new home. My name is Nicholas Brown, and I'm the Assistant Director of Housing and Residence Life here at JSU. At JSU, we have many different housing opportunities available. Whether you're a first-year student or a transfer student, there's a place for you. When I attended JSU and lived on campus, I enjoyed the many different opportunities available, including SGA, Freshman Forum, and becoming a Go Leader.
Hey, I'm Gracie Miller, and I'm from Oxford, Alabama. I'm a sophomore here at JSU, and I'm majoring in pre-health biology. A big thing I looked at was definitely getting to have my own bathroom and more space, and I knew that if I chose the point, then I would have more space in the common living area, and in the kitchen we have a full kitchen, and you get your own bathroom, and that's one of my favorite things. But one of the things that I knew that would help keep us safe was we live in a gated community, and there's locks on all the doors, so if you ever feel uncomfortable, you can just lock the doors or call the RA that's on call. Well, when I was coming to college, I was definitely looking for different ways to get involved. So I joined a sorority, and I was in different clubs when I was a freshman, and I'm in clubs now as a sophomore. And I just knew that I wanted to make more friends and make those lifelong friendships. And I knew that since JSU is just such a small, close-knit community, I knew that I could form those friendships here. I like that there's a swimming pool and there's a dog park that you can take them out to the bathroom and things like that. There's also a gazebo outside if you just want to go sit outside and talk with your friends. And there's balconies on each room. The point is close. I mean, if you want to walk, you definitely could walk, but it's also walking and driving distance. It's very close to the library and things like that, which is where you could get a lot of your studying done. It's also close to the T&B, which is a very popular part on campus because that's where the Chick-fil-A is.
Hey everybody, my name is Alea Washington, and I'm a graduate of Lamp High School in Montgomery, Alabama. Well, JSU was kind of love at first sight. It was actually the only campus that I toured. So when I came on campus and walked around, it just felt so cozy and homey. And I loved the fact that it wasn't so big that I felt like a number, but it was small enough to where, I could be a person to all of my professors and a person to everybody that I met. And but it was still big enough to where I could make a lot of connections and meet a lot of people. So it was just very homey. And housing was great. I had a lot of great RAs who really wanted to see me succeed and wanted to push me. And it was just very comfortable from the first day that I stepped on campus. I really have enjoyed my experience. We love the flexibility of the hours. We have our late night option of Wild Calf, where you get your wings, your burgers. Definitely get the bacon cheese fries with an extra cup of ranch. That's always my go-to. The Gamecock Diner is a 50s diner style where you get to order your food and they bring it to you. That's probably my favorite option, honestly. And we love the buffet style of Jack Hopper. So, you have every option, anything that you could ever want, from international to just the down-home good mama's fried chicken, on Sundays. So anything that you could want in the dining and anything that you could want to eat, it's right here on campus, and it's great. Just being on campus, though, it's a really great way to get you involved in other organizations because, if you commute and you're off campus, it's kind of hard to stay focused and stay locked into what's really going on campus. So if you're on campus already, you're in the know, you're right around the corner from everything. So you just get a better chance of making great connections and networking and making lifetime friends. So I'm a sports management major, and I love living right next to the stadium. The only knock is just parking. But if that's the worst thing about game day, then you're having a great time because we're right across from Dillon Field. So we walk outside about an hour or so before the game, get on Dillon Field, you get to meet all the organizations who are out tailgating, get to have a lot of fun. Then you go inside to game day, get it started, and you just have a great time from there. You get to cheer on our Gamecocks. And then we're really not that far from Pete Matthews as well because I'm a big basketball fan. So, we go right around the corner to Pete Matthews and get to support all of our Gamecocks and just have a great time packing out the Pete. Leaving home for the first time was kind of an interesting experience. I was kind of apprehensive, not really knowing very many people on campus. But the more I walked around and got involved with Freshman Forum, that's really the biggest thing that's helped me. At first in high school, I was a big fish in a little pond, and now I'm the same size fish, but the pond is way bigger. So, you just have to jump in and get right into it and learn to just talk and meet people. So, it was kind of weird, but, of course, being away from mom and dad, they're still just a phone call away. So, if you ever need anything, just pick up the phone and call them. They're definitely looking for your call. But at the same time, you know, that independence is great. And as long as you know how to manage and balance it, you're gonna have a great time. It's always great to have your RA right down the hall from you, because anytime you may get locked out, you know, leaving your key in your room, or you just need somebody to talk to ask a question about campus, especially when you first get here, it's great that they're just right down the hall. And they're just always there, eager to help. You know, they're great personalities. Our housing staff is really good about picking the best people that they can find that are willing and able to help you at all times.
Ramsey Haggerty. I went to Benjamin Russell High School in Alexander City, Alabama. This is my third year. I would be a junior. So I chose this residence hall because it's a lot of fun. It's very active. There's always freshmen running around singing and playing music, playing video games. It's a real good environment just to meet people, make friends, and be a part of something bigger than what you may have came from beforehand. So being an RA, it's a lot more complex than you would think. Not only are we here for them, but they're here for us. And being an RA after being a freshman and seeing that what they do is a lot more than check us in our rooms, check us out of our rooms. They're actually somebody you can come to, somebody that can help you study. One of my favorite memories and one of the things that I cherish throughout my time here is the fact that there's never a day I've gone that I haven't seen a friendly face on campus. No matter what, I can walk across or I can walk through this building and I'll see someone smile, hello, how are you? Have a conversation, learn something new about somebody else. That it's such a sense of community that you don't get at other places, that we're just a family here. Even if we don't know each other right off, we eventually know everybody. After time, you start to learn the campus. At first, you have to draw out your little maps on your binder on sticky notes and figure out, well, where am I going? What time do I have to be there? How much time do I have to get to different places? Am I ever going to make it? And then once you stay here longer and longer, this being my third year, I can make it anywhere on campus in 10 minutes. So in Crow Hall and in Dixon Hall, they're very similar. We have on each floor, we have a lounge area. We also have computers to where if you needed to type up a paper or get access to the internet. And in the lobbies, we have a very nice game lounge with a wraparound couch, TV that we can sit out there, play games, watch football games, study if you need to. That's where I spend a lot of my time, just studying, doing homework if I'm not in my room. I personally love to have my laptop. That way I can go and sit on the couch, or I can go find a love seat or a corner to hide in. I can type up essays, or I can do different research that I do. And it's very easy. The Wi-Fi is pretty much the same across the building.
Hi, my name is Madison Ruthick, and I went to Northview High School. So primarily, here at the Leadership House for Women, it is upperclassmen. We do accept freshmen. We actually have one this year, so 1 out of 15. But we do work with upperclassmen and just making sure that we give them all these different opportunities. We do a lot of community service, a lot of projects here within the house, lots of bonding. As for freshmen, we do help them adjust to being on campus for the first time. Even though we don't get a whole lot of them, being surrounded by upperclassmen as role models is very beneficial. What I love about the house is that we truly are a family here. So you have 15 women, and whether they're baking brownies, which is the best because all of us are cooks, so there's always something good in the kitchen, smells good. We're always down here, we're either playing Just Dance, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons, anything from Uno to Battleship. So coming from almost 5 hours away, I was so nervous not knowing anybody here. When I moved into my hall at Fitzpatrick, just getting to know the RAs, my roommate, and the programs they had to offer made me feel so at home. They wanted to come talk to me, they wanted me to get involved. So for as far as the living learning communities, we meet online, sometimes we meet in person, there's tons of activities that we do. Now whether that is learning our different leadership styles, how to do conflict management, things like that, where you get to be in these classes with these women that you live with, so you can take what you've learned in class and apply it to here at the house and living with other people.
Hello, I'm Daniel Washington, and I went to high school at Chelsea High School. I was apprehensive. People did make me feel comfortable as well. I come from a very big family. We're extremely close, so leaving them was a big deal for me, but they made it extremely easy to do so. Honestly, the housing staff, I was in Crow last year, so Ellis and Matthew Reed, who's also an RA, they made it a really easy transition. The people on Jacksonville State campus are, like it said, we're really very friendly. Most of us are very friendly. And that goes beyond just the residents, it's also the staff and everyone you meet. Everyone is extremely kind. So socially, I mean, I am involved in a lot of organizations on campus. So I get to talk to a lot of different people, from residents to staff members. And it's an amazing experience just being able to talk, and everyone feels comfortable enough to share their stories and their experience and their background. And coming from where I am, from Chelsea, Alabama, is a small town. So coming here was really eye-opening to listen to other people's experience and people talking about life. So I love it. Years from now, I know that out of anything, it's the experience that I will remember. Life teaches you so many lessons, as my mom always says, and housing in general, being able to be an RA and communicate with all the housing staff and communicate with the other RAs has been probably the biggest experience and biggest change that I've had, being able to be adaptable and being able to communicate efficiently and effectively, because now I am helping the other residents when they're having issues and they're having problems. So really switching that way around. Pertaining to residence halls on campus, you don't have to bring anything. They have furniture, you have your chairs, you have your desk, you have your dressers and closet space, and it's really simple to make it your own.
Okay, hey everybody, I'm Megan and I'm from Duluth, Georgia. So I actually went to a different college for the first year of my college career and decided that it was not the place that I wanted to finish the rest of my college years. So I transferred to Jacksonville State. Both my parents went here, graduated from here. It's been so prevalent in my life. I always thought I didn't want to go to JSU just because I didn't want to be like my parents. And then I transferred here and I absolutely fell in love. I think transfer day was a big deal for me to just actually really get involved. I think when I really started falling in love was when I was a tour guide my first year here, and just getting to meet all of the new people and sort of showing them within the first 5 minutes of being at the school, these are the top 5 things that I love the most, and being able to sort of show that to them and see it through their eyes really sort of gave me a whole fresh perspective on, you know, what I'd seen my whole life through my parents' eyes and then what I'm seeing through my eyes now. I love living in the residence halls because it's like a home base, right? So you go out every morning, you go to class, and you go to lunch, and you hang out with your friends or your organizations that you're a part of, but then you always know when you live in a residence hall at JSU, you come home and you have a home base, a hall full of people that you have some sort of relationship with, whether that's your laundry buddy on Tuesdays or that's your study buddy on Thursdays, or whether you just see them in passing. You always know that you have someone to come home to and see and hang out with and talk to. We have, especially in Meehan, we have exercise rooms, we have study rooms, we have lots of different ways to kind of incorporate that community here. And I really think, and I think JSU puts so much emphasis on this, but I think it's the community. I think, you know, JSU really tries to make sure that every single student is involved in some way, shape, or form. And I think that carries through to them making sure that alumni are involved, which is what I would carry through to my kids, because I know I will be the parent that is now dragging my kids to the homecoming games, and they'll probably be like, I'm never going to JSU, just like I did, and it'll be a great thing to carry on the tradition. I love sort of being a part of the football day where I live. I think that's really cool. We also have an app for our laundry rooms that tell you when like a dryer or a washing machine is open, and I really think that app's just kind of cool because no one really thinks about like, oh, you have to drag your laundry already there and then find out that there's one that's already full and you can't use it until later. But if I just check my app, I don't have to move. Especially as a freshman coming in, getting involved will give you a diverse group of friends where you have a little puddle of people here and a little puddle of people there. You'll always have a place to belong wherever you go because you'll have, you know, all of those different things that you're involved with, and you'll always be busy.
My name is Giovanna Hernandez and I went to Leeds High School. I am a third-year student. It was pretty easy for me to get adjusted because it was a similar size to what my high school was, so it wasn't too big of a university, and I kind of felt more at ease and I was able to meet more people and get involved. So when I came to JSU, I didn't really know anybody, and I feel like living in a residence hall, I was able to build community with people on my floor and people in my building, and I was also able to build relationships with my RAs, which led me later on to apply to be an RA and then become an RA later on. I feel like for me, it would be definitely being right in the middle of campus, and you're able to get places very easily. I'm able to walk to the library or to the rec center or any dining location on campus very easily, and it's very accessible. So through living in the residence hall, I was also able to meet very, different kinds of people, and I was able to kind of learn a little bit about them. My roommate initially when I came, I didn't know her, she was a random roommate, but we got along very well. And then my second year also, through being an RA and just having that relationship with my residents, I was able to meet a lot of people. So we definitely want to make them feel welcome and happy to be here, and like we appreciate them being here. So we try to answer as many questions as they have. We try to point them around to different resources on campus, different places on campus, different people to meet, organizations, things like that, so that they're able to really feel welcomed and at home here. So I think it's very convenient to live in a residence hall because you don't have to worry about paying for all the bills and things like that. Obviously you have free Wi-Fi, free cable, free laundry included in here. Here in Sparkman Hall, laundry is on the second floor. I'm on the fourth floor, so I only have to get on the elevator. It's very easy and very convenient. I would definitely say explore all the places we have. When I first came on campus, I only stuck to one place that's very known, but there are a lot of different places. There you have your more healthy options, your more fast food options on campus for smoothies, different things like that. So I would definitely say to go out and just explore all the different places that we have. Being involved in all of these activities has definitely brought me a lot. That's how I've been able to build more confidence. I've been able to build more skills, a lot of skills that I know I'll be able to use later on in my career field. So not just for these 4 years, but also later on when I go out into the real world. So one awesome thing that I've found living on campus is also just the safe feeling that you get here. We're just a few blocks away from UPD, which is very responsive, very quickly whenever we have any kind of thing going on. We also have RAs on call in all the residence halls who are able to just come to residents whenever anything happens, 24 hours. And there's just always a feeling of being safe and feeling like there's somebody there who will always be there for you when you need anything.
Thank you for checking out JSU Housing and our residential communities. Be sure to apply early. If you have any questions, we're always here to help. We can't wait to see you on campus. Live cocky.